Hello, my name is Lewis and I'm with Primeline Products, and I'm here to tell you about a terrific product that we sell, and it's called a Gib door closer. And this particular door closer will work on all applications to keep doors closed. It meets all fire codes. It will work on an entry door similar to this door here. This is a commercial application. It works on gates, storm doors, screen doors, and the best part about this device is the fact that it's easy to install. This is one of the easier products out there to install, and you can virtually put this on any type of door application. And what we're going to do is we're going to install this door closer on this particular commercial door, and I'll show you how it works here. Okay, so now we're ready to begin this project, and probably the best part about this project is the fact that it requires so few tools, and there's so few pieces to make this project a complete one. And we're going to start off by, you need a drill. We're going to use a drill bit and a Phillips screwdriver. You need a pencil to mark for your holes, and that's the extent of our tools. And what comes in the package is the door closer. This is the arm that goes against the door. This is the slide piece that mounts onto the door with the arm on it. There's 4 screws, and these are some spacers and plugs for in the door closer. So now we're just going to use these basic tools, and we're going to install it on the door. Well, here we are. We're going to determine where we're going to put the door closer on this particular door. We have quite a few options, and each one may be a personal preference with you. If you have children, you might want to think about where this door closer may be in relationship to, in the way of some fingers. So you might want to place it higher up on the door. This can be mounted on the door jamb. It could be mounted on the wall. In this case, we're going to mount it on the jamb. And I prefer, if you can get close to center of the door opening, is sometimes better than having it up at the top or bottom. On storm doors, there's some options. You may have to move it up to the top or closer to the bottom, but it's going to be a personal preference. And how this is going to work, this is going to get mounted onto the jamb. This is the actuating arm that's going to slide onto the door to hold tension against the door. And a key component to this door closer is it has an arrow that gives the direction of which way the springs are wound in the door closer. And the rule of thumb is the arrow is going to be pointing towards the door. So if you can imagine, if we're going to put this in here for the tension is what's going to hold that against the door. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to say, okay, well, this is a pretty good location for mounting this on this particular door, and I'm just going to mark for these holes. And there's only 4 holes. And the other thing is they are available in different colors to match your decor. And so now what I'm going to do is I'm going to drill these holes, and we'll mount the closer on the jamb. Okay, so now I'm just going to drill through this jamb. This happens to be a steel frame. And I'm using a 3/32 drill bit for this because of the screw size. And so what I'm going to do now is I'm actually going to test fit this door closer on there and make sure my other holes are exactly where I want them to be. Okay, so now I've drilled my holes, and now I'm going to fasten the first screw in the hole. And you just want to make sure that the door closer with the arrows facing towards the door, because that's where the tension is going to be. And I'm just going to start by fastening this one screw in. So I have the one screw here secured, so now I'm just going to put the other 3 screws in. Okay, the door closer is mounted firmly to the door jamb, so we're good to go there. And now what we're going to do is we're going to put the actuating arm that goes against the door onto the door. And I'm going to start out just by rotating this out by hand. And I can use this winding rod that comes with the kit to start this, and I can rotate this in, and now what I'm going to do is I'm going to rotate this and create tension on the spring, and I'm going to say, okay, well, for this particular door, because it's a commercial door, I think I can probably get away with this tension right now that I have on it. And that's the part that's going to be riding against the door, is this arm. Now there's a little bit of a plastic sleeve that goes on the door just to keep from marring the door. And where this is going to be located, if you see the mounting hole, is just going to be just slightly to the left of the arm in this case, and that allows us to put the screw into the door. So I'm going to mark for that right now, and I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to put the screw that holds this in place. Okay, I've drilled the pilot hole for the screw, and now I'm just going to secure this slide onto the door. And now we can see if our tension's right. If it's not right, we can go back and still retension this. Okay, we've got everything mounted. We've adjusted the tension on the door. Everything seems to be working properly, and I'm going to put in just a plug here just to cover that hole, that extra hole in the door closer for decorative purposes. And that's our finished product. And now what I'm going to do is I'm going to show you how that finished product actually works. It's a pretty simple system. So if our tension's right, our door should go closed just fine. That's pretty nice. So that's one easy project that can be done in probably less than 10 minutes.